The Blueprint of Behavior. Part 2, Episode B. Opening the Thorny Fruit, Understanding Emotional Protection. It does not stop there. His half pants often turn into 3/4 or even 4/4 pants. Sometimes they even slip off and fall to the ground. This happens because, given Mofiz's body structure, his stomach is quite large. To solve this, his sister-in-law crafted a cross-tape harness, joining it with the pants over his shoulders like suspenders. The village doctor told his elder brother that it is not a serious problem, it is simply stomach worms. It seems that Mofiz has grown accustomed to eating too much raw food, and the doctor advised that he should be fed more cooked meals instead. That was a very practical observation by the doctor. Thinking about it, MD Ajad felt it was very true. He realized that Mofiz is left unattended at home most of the time. After finishing school, even if someone tried to keep him inside the mud-walled rooms, which worked when he was younger, it has now become impossible to lock him in as he grows. Either he climbs over the wall or slips out to meet his neighborhood friends, like MD Samsu, MD Akam, or others. They wander together through the forests, by the lakeside, or along the banks of Gopi's pond. They even borrow pomelos from Shri Quota's trees to use as footballs, playing all afternoon. Except in the evening, no one can find him. Sometimes MD Ajad followed Mofiz. He often goes to the water lily patches at the end of the rainy season, which are not far from their sitting rooms. While the water drains from the Mosher Bill and other marshlands, some of it remains. In some places, the water is knee-deep, in others, it is chest-deep or waist-deep. Many areas of raised land or boundaries are beginning to show, land that is considered fertile cropland after the marriage of the seasons. However, as the water gradually recedes, the water lily flowers remain high above the water on their stems. Those with weak stems can be seen lying on the water or resting upon their own leaves. MD Ajad had been observing this for a long time. When Mofiz reaches those spots, the water lily flowers rise above his head. MD Ajad has seen his younger brother finding lily fruits, seed balls, soft stems, and esculent roots to eat raw. Even if Mofiz vanishes from view at any time, his exact location can still be felt. Wherever he goes, countless grasshoppers and butterflies sitting on the petals of the water lily flowers fly away like a moving procession. MD Ajad felt that his younger brother truly enjoyed that environment. He knew that the water lily and its esculent roots are very tasty, consisting of 5 types of edible parts, whether eaten raw or cooked. The water lily has delicious round stems, round seed balls, and esculent roots. He remembered the fantastic features of these parts. First, the stalks are flexible and can stretch or grow to match changes in water depth, allowing the leaf to float regardless of the water level. Second, the stems have air spaces, specifically 8 to 10 holes, forming a well-organized cylindrical structure that extends from top to bottom. This provides resilience and transports oxygen to the submerged roots and bulbs. Third, they are strong enough to support the leaves, flowers, and seed balls, yet flexible enough to adjust during floods. Fourth, the stalks rise from a thick, cheese-like underwater tuber buried in the clay. Fifth, in some species, such as the esculent root, the stems and leaves are weak and grow beneath the water lily. It always grows very close to the water lily, making it difficult to distinguish between the two. Sixth, the stems contain high levels of nutrients like potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These stems, along with the flowers, can bend and fold down to the base, allowing the seed balls to float on the water. The villagers use these stems as a very tasty vegetable, cooking them into curries with small fish like moonfish, Indian patasi, soft fish, Indian carp, and shrimp. Another fascinating fact is that after warping, the water lily stem coils and draws the seed balls underwater, where they mature in a protected, submerged environment. Water lily seed balls are capsules that look like small olive green, yellowish green, or brown nuts. They have a smooth, hard, and tight exterior featuring curved layers at the base. When broken, the fruit reveals spongy, pulp-filled chambers containing hundreds of small, firm seeds, ranging in color from ivory to dark brown. Once mature, the fruit opens, often drying and floating first, or disintegrating to release seeds. These seeds float away via a rising, air-filled coating before eventually sinking into the mud to germinate. The seeds are edible, possessing an earthy, peppery, and slightly nutty taste, commonly eaten raw or roasted. They have a hard protective covering that allows them to remain viable for centuries. The fruits are produced on the flat upper surface of a capsule, which, in some species, acts as a buoyant vessel to distribute the seeds before they sink. Water lily seed, puffed rice, or roasted seed kernels, are very soft and light enough to fly away with a tiny breeze. Often, they stick to Mofiz's entire face, making him unrecognizable while he tries to eat them. Then there is the esculent root, another species entirely. It has no flowers, thick stems, or seed balls, and its leaves are much smaller than those of the water lily. It consists only of an esculent root, meaning it is edible and safe for food, whether raw or cooked, and it always grows close to the water lily. M.D. Ajad had also noticed many times that Mofiz loves fishing from the dangling dark roots of water hyacinths. Many types of small fish and aquatic animals live or get stuck under these roots: shrimp, moonfish, Indian potassi, soft fish, Indian carp, baby carp, or zoea. He saw that Mofiz enjoyed this very much. Sometimes he saw that Mofiz had arranged a soil-made pot, attempting to fish and practice carp farming. A few days ago, when Mofiz returned from fishing and collecting water seed balls, fox nuts, he found 2 aquatic leeches stuck to his legs. His other brothers, sisters, and sister-in-law felt fear, but no one saw any fear on Mofiz's face. To him, it seemed like just another enjoyable part of the day. Even when the leeches were removed and a little blood trickled out, he remained unfazed. His parents and siblings warned Mofiz to stop, but since they could not prevent him, everyone eventually accepted his activities. So, Mofiz collects everything from nature as he pleases, eating it himself, sharing it with others, and trying to preserve it. Though many things dry up or rot and must be thrown away, he simply collects them again. This has become his habit during the rainy season. One day in the courtyard, while Mofiz was busy with his latest find, his father asked him about the fox nuts, what kind they were, how to eat them, and what they tasted like. Mofiz immediately replied, "Do you want to taste them? I can give you some right now." His father said, "Okay, give me some. I want to taste them." Mofiz went out and immediately returned with 5 fresh fox nuts tied together with banana bark. His father noticed that they were completely fresh. Water was still dripping from their thorny skin. His father asked again, "Can you open them and give me the white seeds to eat?" Mofiz replied, "Okay, wait a moment. I will open them and give you what you want." He took a set of broken pottery pieces and separated 1 fox nut seed ball. Placing the potsherds on both sides of its thorny bark, he broke it open. The fox nut seed ball has a small opening on the upper side, similar to a pomegranate, so he easily broke the thorny shell and collected a round, white seed protector from inside. Mofiz's father forgot to blink as he watched.
This story is impressed by the pulse of real life, not a single moment, but a journey unfolding in layers, each part exposing a deeper truth than the last. It will not end just now. It will rise, step by step, through unseen levels of experience and meaning. So wait, not in stillness, but in quiet anticipation, for the next episode is already on its way, carrying more of what has yet to be understood.
Special note: if you ever find yourself wrapped in emotional thorns, do not mistake them for weakness. Keep in mind, emotional protection is not a sign of fear, it is a sign that something within you has learned to survive. Just as a thorny fruit guards its softness, your mind builds layers to protect what is most valuable inside you. These defenses are not your enemy, they are your history, your silent guardians.
But remember, growth begins when you gently open those layers, not by force, but by understanding. When you learn to recognize why those thorns exist, you begin to transform them. And one day, you will reach a place where you no longer need to hide behind protection, because your strength will no longer come from defense, but from awareness.
Campaigning by Marat Creative Agencies.